Luigi Mangiano is now the subject of a musical theater piece. A Turkish town gets involuntarily high from a cannabis burn, and a woodpecker damages more than 20 cars in a Massachusetts town. These are the weird stories on Weird AF News. I'm your host, Jonesy. You're my listener, and I love you. Okay, let's go. Luigi Mangiano is now the subject of a new musical. Musicals about murderers aren't exactly new, after all. Sweeney Todd is a musical theater classic. And Heathers is coming back to New York soon, they say. But it's rare for there to be a musical about a currently living alleged killer who's currently in prison. Well, enter Luigi the Musical. This is inspired by Luigi. I'm sorry, I'm laughing, but it's a very weird situation here. Luigi the Musical, inspired by Luigi Mangiano, the 26-year-old man accused of killing United Healthcare CEO Brian Thompson earlier this year. I assume the majority of you are familiar with this man. Luigi is going to premiere at the Taylor Street Theater in San Francisco. This is real. I thought this might be a joke. Nope. Luigi the Musical's going to be running June 13th to the 28th in San Francisco. It's a 60-minute musical. It's been created by a team of local theater makers. Oh, so not Trey Stone and Matt Parker, or Trey Parker and Matt Stone. Did I screw that up? I love those guys. So funny. You know, the South Park creators. They did my favorite musical, The Book of Mormon, and they're geniuses. This was done by some locals in San Francisco, director Nova Bradford and songwriter Ariel Johnson. I wonder if they're going for comedy here, or it's just going to be dark. Is one of the songs going to be called Deny, Defend, Depose? I assume. You're nobody till somebody blasts you. Luigi the Musical, it'll blow you away. Luigi the Musical, sure to be a hit. Luigi the Musical, it's mind-blowing. I just gave you guys some free taglines for it. Now, according to the press release, the musical is described as a wildly irreverent, razor-sharp comedy. Oh, good, it's comedy. That imagines the true story of Luigi Mangiano, the alleged corporate assassin turned accidental folk hero, with real-life cellmates Sam Bankman-Fried and P. Diddy by his side. Luigi navigates friendship, justice, and the absurdity of viral fame. Bold, campy, and unafraid, Luigi the Musical is both laugh-out-loud funny and surprisingly thoughtful. If you like your comedy smart and your show tunes with a criminal record, Luigi is your new favorite felony. Wow, it's a pretty good description. It sounds legit. I'm happy to know it's a comedy. I might be interested in seeing this if it was down here in Southern California, but I don't know if I'll be in San Francisco during these days. In an interview with the Chronicle, Bradford, the writer, says, one of the central ideas that we wanted to explore with this musical is this tendency for us to project meaning onto these types of figures. We're not valorizing any of these characters, and we're also not trivializing any of their actions or alleged actions. This article ends by saying, though the musical Luigi is currently billed as a comedy, real life is not as funny, sadly. The Justice Department is currently seeking the death penalty against Luigi. Learn more at Luigi the Musical Info. The VP, the P, and the CEO, I'll take them all out with 3 shots in a row. Healthcare should be free. Healthcare should be free. I'm just making up some songs. If you got, feel free to use them. I accept royalties. Well, I will be fascinated to see if the play actually happens, because people have been known to shut down such things they don't agree with, things that are triggering, canceled, in other words. Will it be canceled, or will it actually happen? Will tickets sell? Will they sell tickets? I think so. Say what you want. Ethical arguments aside, there's no doubt that some portion of the U.S. population views this man as a hero of the common man, and I think people will come out, especially in San Francisco, because there's a lot of liberals there. Though a lot of them will look at him as a hero and come out to this, in my opinion. I guess we'll see. I just went to the Luigi the Musical website because I was curious to see if I might recognize the actor. Luigi is being played by Johnny Stein. Johnny's credits include Newsies, Mamma Mia, Cabaret, The Nutcracker, The Wizard of Oz, West Side Story. He's done a lot of theater. This guy is a theater actor. Don't recognize any of the other actors in it either. I clicked on the ticket link here, and opening night already sold out. It looks like. Oh boy, you could get tickets to this. It's happening. Fascinating. I'm gonna send this to my aunt. She lives up there. She might go to this. Okay, lastly, before I end the Luigi segment, I'll just say I had AI write a song about Luigi this morning, and I wanted the AI to write a musical piece like that you would hear in like Chicago or something, and it didn't quite come out like that, so it's not the greatest. I'm gonna put it on at the end if you want to listen to it. It'll be after the outro. An entire town in Turkey gets hotboxed by the police when the police, burned 20 tons of confiscated marijuana in the eastern Turkish town of Lice. The resulting smoke cloud effectively gave the entire population of 25,000 an unintended high, causing widespread health issues and some outrage among the residents. Oh, really, health issues because they got high one time? I find that difficult to believe. Outrage among the residents? Probably. I mean, especially if you didn't give them a heads up that you were about to burn all the weed. Did you tell them? I mean, you might want to put up some flyers a few days before. Hey, don't let your children out on the streets on April 20th or whenever. We're going to burn all the weed. We're burning all the weed. However, if you want to get high, you can get your ass right in the street if you want to get high. You can hang out with the weed if you want to get high. You can help us burn it down. You can get high. I think you're going to get high. You're going to get high. You're going to get high for free. That's the best part about it, right? It's completely free. I'm wondering if they do this every year on the same day in this town. You know, asking for a friend. I'm just saying, maybe somebody I know wants to plan a vacation around this burning event, this Turkish delight, as we can call it, the annual burn festival. This is a massive drug disposal operation conducted by the Lice District Command. It's Lice, Lice. I'm pronouncing it as Lice. Maybe it's Lice? Lice? Jeez, I don't know. Kind of bad for... Would you want to be named Lice as a town? It's kind of... keeps people away, I suppose. The massive drug disposal operation sent thick smoke billowing all across the town for days, multiple days, leaving residents experience symptoms of intoxication, including dizziness, nausea, and hallucinations. All right, I can see maybe some health problems because it was days long. I just assumed this would be a one-day burn. Wow, they burned it for days. Unbelievable. And the locals reported a feeling of calmness, contemplation, and a sudden craving for falafel with white sauce. The article says 5 days after the operation, residents continue to struggle with the effects. All these poor people. This maybe not burn it all in the middle of town. What are you thinking? Just hand it out. Hand it out. Yeah, we've decided to burn smaller quantities privately. It's the only way to ensure the safety of the children and the elders of the town. Now, come get your free sack and do your part, guys. I mean, that would be better. I don't know. Obviously, they think weed is the devil. Sadly, there are still many countries that do so. So they'll catch up, though, eventually. They'll realize that weed isn't deadly. It doesn't help when you do this with it, though. You give it a bad rep. Everybody thinks it makes them hallucinate. It doesn't make you hallucinate unless you burn it for 5 days in front of your face. Then maybe you'll hallucinate. Although I've had some edibles make me nearly hallucinate. In general, though, I know it's not that bad. But you shouldn't do this with it. Here's a quote from someone who lives in the town named Yaya. Oh, imagine Yaya, an old Turkish woman that makes amazing baklava. Can you picture her in your mind? I can. She talks like this. We've been unable to open our windows for days because of the drug smell. Our children have gotten sick. We're constantly going back and forth to the hospital. We face this problem every year. Every year. Oh, man, poor Yaya. Every year's got to deal with this. They do this every year. Okay. I'm definitely planning my vacation around this. Anyone want to go to Turkey? Come on now, guys. Shawarma and a weed burn. Let's do it. Let's do it. Okay, now time for a fun game of trivia. The total value of the destroyed cannabis, it was a 5-day burn. Was it a value of 100 million, 25 million, 1 billion, or 10 billion? Oh, I should have probably told you that value is in Turkish lira. I know you're familiar with that. So if you said 10 billion Turkish lira, you would be correct. The value comes to about $261 million. Let's see. 261 million USD value. This was all seized during 226 anti-narcotic operations conducted in 2024. It was all of last year's confiscations in the entire country of Turkey, it sounds like. Wow. So silly. They used a total of 200 liters of diesel fuel to burn the drugs in what critics are calling an unprofessional disposal method. Yeah, you think? Adding insult to injury, officials arranged the drug packages to spell out lice before setting them ablaze. That's a strange thing to spell out. I don't understand what's behind that. First of all, they're not all from lice. They're from, I assume, the entire country for the year. Why wouldn't you spell out say no to drugs? Or hungry, question mark? Because that's what's happening if you live in that town. You can be hungry after 4 or 5 days. It says here, despite the widespread impact, no formal complaints have been filed with the association, though residents continue to report health issues to the media. And the local radio station reports an uptick in requests for Bob Marley songs the last 4 or 5 days. Come on, guys. Let's end on a Bob Marley marijuana quote. No man can tell you, say him smoke herb and make him do bad things. You're right, Bob. I think I know what you said. A woodpecker damages more than 20 cars in a Massachusetts town. I thought this would be a fun opportunity to do a Boston accent for you. A seaside Massachusetts town appears to have fallen prey to an overzealous woodpecker. This woodpecker damaged more than 20 cars, according to one resident. For weeks, Rockport, Massachusetts locals have dealt with broken car windshields, broken car side mirrors, broken car windshields. Resident Janelle Favarolo was able to capture a photo of the culprit. It's a large, crow-sized bird whacking away at the vehicles, also known as the cars. Here's a quote from Janelle, who lives in the Rockport area. She says, "Yeah, we seem to have a vandal in our neighborhood. I'm describing him as 18 to 24 inches tall, wearing black and white with a red hat. He's been messing up my car." She said the woodpecker is responsible for damaging how many cars? About 25 cars in total. Cars that are parked all over the place. No car is safe from this woodpecker, unless you park it in a car garage underground. We got another quote from Janelle here about the woodpecker. I mean, she's only a resident. It's not like this is the mayor. But she's got a lot to say about the woodpecker in the cars. She says the woodpecker showed up and landed on the windshield wipers of our RV in our yard and was looking at its reflection. And we were like, you know what? I bet he was the one that damaged the mirrors as well. Well, yeah, I'm sure the woodpecker did. This woodpecker's a gangster. I wouldn't mess with it. In general, I don't mess with Mother Nature, to be honest. Sometimes, you leave your car outside exposed to the elements. These things can happen, though. Birds crap all over my car all the time. I've never seen a woodpecker attacking a car, but, it's possible. They're into pecking. It's what they do. It's right in the name, woodpecker. What do you think they do? They're not going to peck? Of course they're going to peck. They're going to peck anything that's hard. And in this case, it's cars. Cars are hard. The tires aren't so hard, but other parts of the car are pretty hard. Now, you're probably wondering, what kind of woodpecker is this? Because you're a woodpecker expert, maybe. You know the names of the woodpecker species, the sub units of the woodpecker, the subdivisions of the woodpecker. What do you call those? The categories of woodpeckers. This is called a pileated woodpecker. Pileated woodpecker. Pileate. I don't know how you say this. Pileated woodpecker. Anyways, that's not what's important. What's important is to know this woodpecker is freaking huge. It's wicked big. It's the size of a crow. That's huge. It's got white stripes down the neck and a flaming red crest. We got a zoo person here in this story. Said These zoo people, they know what the woodpeckers are all about. Maybe the zoopecker, the zookeeper can explain why the woodpecker wants to peck cars all day. Now, Ron says, one reason for the woodpecker's aggressive behavior towards the cars could be the result of its peak mating season for the woodpeckers. Yeah, maybe so, but I've never heard of woodpeckers attacking cars like this. Will you have an explanation for that, Ron? Why wouldn't it just peck a tree? That's what they've been. That's what they've been doing for probably a million years, pecking at the trees. They like the bark, but now they moved on to cars. Maybe there's not so many trees in this area. Maybe we should look into that. If the woodpecker runs out of tree bark, it's gonna just peck whatever's nearby. Maybe cars, maybe the side of a barn, maybe a discarded bottle of Bacardi in someone's backyard. Any of these things. I don't know. Until we get the bird side of the story, it's just hard to make it. It's just really hard. It's hard to make a judgment. I mean, most bird motivations is food, right? So, when you're chilling in Revere and a seagull swoops down and steals your Kelly's roast beef right out of your hand, there's always happens in the summertime. The motivation, it's food. What's this motivation? Is the bird just showing off for mating season? Like, look, I can peck hard things. Oh, you're going to peck a bark? I'll peck a car, all right? Beat that, Maybe the female peckers respond to this. Maybe they want to see you got a strong beak. You broke the windshield of a Cadillac Coupe de Ville. Next thing you know, you're getting all the woodpeckers in the neighborhood. Lady peckers with your, hard pecker that they're impressed with. These birds have a lot in common with humans in some ways. Meanwhile, if you're over in Rockport, you know what to do with your car. Unless you want a wicked crack in your mirror, just park that car in a garage.
Oh, Pod Daddy. Good luck with your life, man.
Woodpeckers pecking at my car all night, breaking all my mirrors and my windshield with your hard beak. You were only waiting for mating season to peak. Woodpecker beak. Woodpecker peck. You're destroying my car with your freaking beak. Dude. Oh, that was good. That was fun. Oh, I love that song. Don't you love that song, Blackbird? Oh, it's so pretty. I used to know how to play it on acoustic guitar. No longer. Let's give a shout out to someone who left me a review on the Apple Podcasts app/website. And it's someone named Jeepers67. Gave me 5 stars. Jeepers gave me 5 stars. Wicked cool. Jeepers is wicked cool. Jeepers67 wrote, "You help me survive in this nightmare. Don't ever stop. I beg you." Isn't that amazing? It's a very, very brief review, but it really gets right to the heart of the matter, and it shows an appreciation of the show that's pretty intense, and so I love that. Thank you, Jeepers. I appreciate that review. It's one of my faves. I want to post that. Do I have your blessing? I think I should post that review somewhere. Do a little screenshot and share it on the socials. It's just very, very funny. And I'm not going to stop. Don't worry. I'm not going to stop. Not for a while. Eventually I'll retire, but just going to be doing this for a while. You'd think that I'd be more successful with it after 7 years. How long have I been doing this? 6 years. But yeah. But hey, once in a while I get a big fan that reaches out to me like you, writes me a cool review, or someone mails me something cool like a kazoo, or bags of 100-gram bars or free coffee. There are worse things in life than me and all of you together. Here we go. If you want to leave me a review, I'll read it, even if it's crappy. So you can do it on Amazon or Apple. There's other places, I think. If you want me to read it, screenshot, send it to me. Email me, funnyjones@gmail.com. Stick it in my DMs @funnyjones. As you can hear by my voice, I still have a sore throat. I can't seem to kick this little cold that I have. It doesn't help that I've had shows at night, and I can't seem to get to bed early. Last night I had a show. It was a 2.5-hour drive there. Ugh, nightmare. But I had a good time, though. Temecula's fun. I had a fun time, and maybe it didn't help that I drank margaritas. They were free. Skinny margaritas. Who's gonna say? How can you say no to skinny margaritas, guys? Come on, man. What am I supposed to do? I'm a mortal man. You know what I mean? I have temptations just like everybody else, just like Jesus. Okay. Well, lastly, let's just make it known. Tomorrow's Friday, so I'm doing Florida Friday episode. Right. So only weird news from Florida, in case you're new to the show. If you come across some weird news from Florida, you think it's appropriate for tomorrow, please email me, funnyjones@gmail.com. Send me a link. Send me the link. Some people like to just write they'll like write to me. Hey, I saw this weird story from blah blah blah. It's this. Go look it up. I'm not gonna go look it up and find it. You send me the link. All right. What's wrong with you? Anyways, we'll try and do the best Florida Friday episode that we can tomorrow. If you want to support the show because you just you bought some puts on the stock market. So you're really raking it in. Go to weirdafnews.com, the official website. You can join the Patreon or buy me coffee. All right, I love you. Good night.
Oh, the courtroom's packed tonight, my friend. The gavel's loud, the rules all bend. Luigi's on trial, oh what a twist. But the jury's cheering, they can't resist. He took down the boss who wanted it all. A villain so greedy, he built his own fall. With the plunger and flare, Luigi did strike. Now the whole dang city's glad he's alive. Prosecutor's sweaty, his wig's askew. Your Honor, this case is a circus review. But Luigi shrugs, slick in his best green suit. Call it justice, capiche, it's the truth. From clocked up trains to justice supreme, he traded his wrench for a hero's gleam. A plumber on trial who stole the show. Turns out saving the people ain't such a low blow. He took down the boss who hoarded it all. A villain so greedy, he built his own fall. With the plunger and flare, Luigi did strike. Now the whole dang city's glad he's alive. He took down the boss who hoarded it all. A tyrant so foul his empire did fall. He didn't just fix pipes, oh no, no, no. He busted the dam of tyranny's flow.